bed, don't make a sound. 2 a.m. love, gotta keep it down. Don't wait around for a signal now. Give me some verb, I ain't talking now. You wanna ride in the 6, you wanna dine in the 6. But when I lean for the kiss, you said I probably sent you some pics.
So glad to have you here. I was pretty much just having kind of a bad day, just in terms of some life things that came up. I'm feeling so low energy, so I wasn't really expecting to film this video today, but then I was just like, I mean, why the heck not? Like, everyone has a really bad day, and it's okay. It's like almost better to like talk about it and be like, yeah, I am not feeling good right now. And instead of ho-humming over it all day long, I let myself kind of feel what the day was and kind of what was going on, and I totally suggest that as the first thing. And whenever you're having a bad day, like, you are allowed to feel that out, okay? So I then decided to kind of take myself through my bad day routine, I would say. This is kind of a couple of the things that I do when I'm having a bad day, and I thought I would kind of tell you about those things. So I'm gonna do my makeup, I'm gonna put on like a badass outfit, and I'm gonna get ready for the rest of my day. So if you guys want to see that, and we can hang out and you can just like chit chat with me, and leave me a comment below if there's something I left out that you do in your bad day routine, I would love that, and just keep watching. Okay, so that was the first thing. We kind of already covered one, was like having the day, just soaking in the bad day vibes. Sometimes I find that you can assess your bad day and then be like, oh no, I can change my mood around, and sometimes you're like, nope, no, it's not gonna be a thing. I remember I woke up this one day earlier in the summer, and I was just in such a grumpy mood, and like, I'm not the grumpiest of people, so I was kind of thinking like, why am I having this bad day? Like, why am I allowing myself to feel like this? So I was able to, you know, rent one of those community bikes downtown. I took myself to Bayfront, I got myself some ice cream, I took a book, and I just like tuned out by the water, because I feel like being at the water is like a good thing to do. I'm gonna prep my face with this Graydon face food as well. It's like good for bacteria and makeup and stuff. So I basically went and did that, and that was an example of a day where I could, you know, assess the fact that I wasn't feeling very good, and I knew that I could get myself out of it. But sometimes you don't have days like that, and you just want to totally be like, no. And the first thing I suggest you do when you're having one of those days is to put an out of office on your social media, because sometimes social media can completely like exacerbate the problems that you're already having, just because if you're not feeling good and you're just seeing endless photos of people like traveling in Portugal, you're just like, what am I doing with my life? You know what I mean? So out of office for social media for the day is probably a good first step. First thing I'm putting on my face is this Time Wise by Mary Kay. Recently I have read up with Mary Kay, and they're just like such lovely people. I love you guys so much. And this is an anti-aging cream. You gotta start early, I guess. But I love this cream because today I want to make a glowy look, because I just feel like I need to like energy from the inside out. So I want to do a glowing look, and this is a thicker cream. If you don't like fragrance in your creams, maybe this one's not the one for you, but it has a beautiful floral fragrance that I adore. And so I'm gonna go with that, and it just is gonna moisturize my gloomy day skin. You know what I'm saying? After I put on my MAC concealer. Yeah, Select Moisture Cover. This one's an NC20 for my white skin. The next thing that I suggest is to get outside. Now, when I started my day, one of the things that I was doing was I started watching some YouTube videos on how to get over a bad day. I'm not even kidding, that inspired me to make this video. I was watching Allana Davidson's video, and I love her. She's just such a sweet angel of happiness and joy. And she was basically in Vancouver having a bad day, and that's kind of tough because they call it Raincouver, and it was raining, which also would make a problem for your bad day. But today I was lucky. I was able to actually get outside and start having my day with a little bit of sunshine. I feel like if we're having a bad day, we decide to be shut-ins, and maybe that's not always the best way to go about it. I missed my Fit Bar class this morning, which I am upset about, because that probably made the day even longer. But instead of going to Fifth Bar, I ended up going to get one of my favorite drinks, which is another thing. Hey, if you don't want to go outside and go on a walk or like go see a freaking waterfall, do whatever those things that you think are gonna make you happy. If they do, that's great. But you just want to do like a small thing, go to your favorite coffee shop, put some music in your earphones, don't talk to anyone if you're not feeling up to it, but just go treat yourself to your favorite drink. That's gonna get you outside, get you in the public, and maybe get you a little caffeinated. And this is a Nutella latte. What more could I ask for in my life to be happy? Pretty much nothing. So next up, I soaked my beauty blender already, and I'm gonna also stick with the MAC routine. Studio Fix Fluid. This one has SPF in it as well. So between Mary Kay and MAC, I'm gonna be covered. This one's C3.5. So once you've grabbed your coffee, once you've hopefully gone to the gym, because I know that's just gonna make you feel better regardless of anything, even having a bad day. Even if you have a bad day at the gym, it's still better than not going. I suggest coming home and making an environment. So what that means, pretty much, is if you're not up for speaking to humans, you should come home and make an environment. So light a candle, you know, if you couldn't go out and get a coffee or something like that, make a tea. That always makes me feel better. I always put an extra squirt of honey in there just to soothe the soul. So make your favorite drink at home, make a tea, do something like that, create an environment. And then next up, this is super important, put on happy music. I know when we're feeling bad or we're kind of in a woe is me state, or I mean we're stressing for a guy or a girl or whoever, it's so easy just to want to throw on some Sam Smith and get into it. I mean, if you feel like you need to, maybe you should do that. But if you feel like you're teetering on the edge of, can I feel good today? Can I grasp today? You should put on some good music. I suggest Body, and this is what I did. I ended up grabbing all of my cleaning supplies and I was just like gisting the heck out of my apartment, clean that environment up, clean your mind. I find that if I Monica Geller the situation and I can just clean up my apartment and put on some music and just move and groove to it, then you know, there's less to focus on. You're like focusing on a task versus focusing on what's maybe making your heart ache for that day. And then at the end, your apartment's clean. Ta-da! Forever moisturizing with Blistex. Just gotta go with the OG, you know? Okay, so I also bought a bunch of Glossier products lately. I mean, I don't suggest online shopping when you're feeling bad because maybe it'll be bad for the bank account, but sometimes it works. So I ended up getting this Glossier Halo Scope, and for this glowy look, it's gonna be perfect. But I'm not gonna do that yet. I realize I need to bronze first. I'm gonna use my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil powder. You can tell that I like love this and I use it all the time, so I'm gonna use that. This one's a bit more matte, so the Halo Scope is going to help bring out that glowy look that I want to accomplish, I think, with this. When you start feeling like you're looking better, you just start feeling better. And though my energy is quite high right now, it was not this morning. So another thing that I feel like you should do if you're really down in the dumps is maybe call a friend and maybe just be like, look, I gotta hash this thing out with you. What's going on? Because the next thing is definitely analyze the situation. Is this worth getting upset over? I mean, a lot of times when we have the jerk reaction of just being upset, it probably is worth being upset over because you just had that initial reaction. But at the same time, like, is this something worth being upset about right now? Or have you already been upset about this multiple times and now we're at the point where it's time to take a step forward? So that's something. And the fact that now you're already this far in this video and maybe you're gonna take all these steps, I mean, girl, you are already getting out of your bad day funk. And if you can't call a friend, watch a YouTube video of someone that you absolutely love or someone that inspires you. And that's kind of where I was at this morning, watching Allana's videos because, again, a sweet angel of happiness and joy. I'm gonna do my eyebrows over the next tip because I feel like this is something, whenever I do my eyebrows, I feel like I am creating the art that is my face. So the next one is get creative. For me, my form of meditation is literally just getting the pen and paper out, writing something down, or I've been really getting into calligraphy lately, and I know you can't see it right now, but up there, I made this little guy that says sweatpants, hair tied, chilling with no makeup on. That's one of the prettiest. I hope you don't take it wrong. In meditation, for many, I mean, I'm not one of the people who can really just sit down and meditate. I haven't really focused on trying, and I think I want to start trying doing that because I've noticed how much I'm on social media that I need to tune out from that. Also using Boy Brow. This is like a religion, by the way. So meditation for me is basically getting that calligraphy pen out and just tuning out, putting on an episode of Friends, and just having it on in the background, kind of like a friend's voice. Friends. And just writing. Meditation can be anything from maybe you meditate in the morning when you put your makeup on and you just don't say words and you're just not on social media and you're just listening to music, painting your face. Like, that could be a thing. Or maybe it is something like calligraphy and getting creative, or just grabbing the guitar if you can do that. I have a guitar and I simply can only strum it, so if you also know how to play the guitar, teach me. Or maybe it's going for a run, which kind of accomplishes the workout vibes and also the meditation vibes. That's been one big thing for me. Organizing and meditating in terms of creative process is probably two of the greatest powers in my life to get me out of bad funk. Next up, I'm going to use the cloud paint, and this bad boy is also from Glossier, and I got mine in dusk because it's got that orangey hue, and I feel like that's really nice for a summer glow. So let's do that. I've always been a little bit scared of cream makeup, but to achieve a glowy look, it's kind of the best thing going. And this dust color I've been really obsessed with because it just gives you that beautiful look, and it plays so well with any bronzer that you put on. And now that halo scope that I mentioned earlier by Glossier, I am going to get that on now. And this is so fun. I love throwing this in my purse, putting it on my nose, Cupid's bow. I love throwing this on my purse, and then when I'm just like out and I'm like, I feel like I've lost my glow, I can just go to the washroom and reapply, you know what I'm saying? My camera's too hot, so I'm gonna put it in the fridge. But bring your glow with you reminds me of that scene from my favorite movie, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, when he yells out the window and he's like, frost yourselves!
Ladies, frost yourself.
Okay, we're back halfway through this glowy look, but I also want to show you this. I got this cute little mirror to help me film, and it says, be the girl who decided to go for it. And today, with this glowy look, I'm gonna say, be the girl who decided to glow for it. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm gonna go into my Painterly Pro Longwear paint pot. I usually just use my fingers, put that a little bit on my eyelid, because that just helps me really get the glow going when I add some eyeshadow later. Now that my brows are done, I'm gonna work on the eye situation. I feel like I'm never gonna be one of those YouTubers who can do her mascara on camera, so I'm just gonna go like this. It's done now. Next up, I want to go into my Toasted palette because this is going to be a glowy look. This is like my fave palette of all time. And I think that also when you're having a bad day, you kind of got to go with a look that you know is going to make you feel good. So I use Candle. That's this guy, this very shimmery heart of the palette. And damn, I am already feeling much better. I know I'm not exactly on the phone with a friend, but even just talking to you guys right now on this camera, even despite the fact that I'm sitting here alone, but I know I'm gonna edit it later and it's gonna go out to you. It just makes me feel better. It makes me feel like we've created or starting to create a community that can kind of like relate and just support. And that's so important. Finding support and the right people in your life to also, what the heck am I doing without telling you this? This is Simmer. And I was gonna go for a more brownie look. Sometimes I use a flame, but I really want it to be a bit more orangey, which is nice. But yeah, I think that just creating a community is really important. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for being here. Last but not least, I recently got this new lipstick and I've been really wanting to try it out on camera. And this one is called CB96. Look at it. Look at that. It is so orangey and so shimmery, and I feel like, oh, this is just next level. You have to be V confident to wear this in a day. Okay, well, that is wild. I'm loving that. I'm gonna put over top of it though Candy Box by MAC as well. This is like a lip gloss, just to bring it down a little bit. But yeah, this is my finished makeup look, probably finish my hair, do my outfit, show you guys the end product, and it'll be here. So this is the final look. I decided to go with a top that I recently purchased from Zara and my favorite high-rise Levi's jeans to go with it. I think the eyelet lace just makes me really happy, and so do you guys. So this was just such a quick video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I want to remind you that you are you, and that is your power. And if you're having a bad day, I hope that maybe there was a moment in time while watching this video that it got a little bit better. Sending you so much love. Thanks for tuning into this video. Subscribe, like, do all those fun things, and leave me a comment. And what makes you happy in your bad day routine? What helps you get out of that funk? Go and have a day. See you guys soon.
Together we make